Who would have thought that Christmas could bring tears to my eyes? Don't get me wrong, still enjoy full times. We're gonna sing this song. Look at the snow, it's Christmas. And there's our mistletoe. Among all the gifts and all the Christmas cards, I think of you. Don't forget. I ring a bell for those who have nothing, so lend a helping hand. And if you do the very best you can, it won't be hard to understand. And that's how we know it's Christmas for every girl and boy. And you can be sure it's tears of joy. Happy Christmas to you.
These spicy pickles? Oh, thank you so much.
Are they good?
It's me to go beside you. You know what I mean? That refresher? Yeah.
It doesn't matter what the brand. The worst drug of all is the addiction to a man.
I agree. I agree with that.
Yeah. Yeah, the worst drug of all is the addiction. Do you like the sauce?
I like it.
No, it's not. It's not mayonnaise. It's not mayonnaise at all.
Chicken egg is not good. I figured. You can take that. If you ever want to have a birthday party or something, I need another chocolate.
It drops.
Chocolate chopstick. Thank you so much. Thank you real bad. Okay, you ready? Ready? You guys have one of these dish. This is why I came.
This is the one.
Grab one. Hold on. So Asian and Southern? Oh my god.
And it's Asian and Southern.
Oh.
We have our crab fried rice. Their brown rice is quite nice.
These streamies I cannot get over. Like, I would just order these.
Didn't I say that the Blaze? Streamies are nothing to be played with.
So good. I don't know about that. Oh my god, I have not been recording.
This whole time you were not recording? This is an opportunity later.
No, this, okay, I'll let you film that.
I took it as a sign.
It's a lot of whipped cream.
Ice cream on the other side.
Yeah, so I whipped cream.
They tried to kill us. I know what's in that whipped cream. That's good, but they black, they like sugar. They're black, they like whipped cream. Give them a lot.
Probably. What time do you close? What time do you close?
We close kitchen now at 10:30.
10:30. What time is it now?
10:14.
10:14. And so you told us we couldn't sit because you had tables coming in?
Tables, yeah, but for the coffee and dessert and for drinks, we don't sit people on the table.
Okay, that's so funny because I live right here and I come here all the time in the day. I've actually given a few of you facials at my spa across the street, and I've always sat for the pecan pie. I've even sat over there for the seafood tower. I've never had a problem being sat at a table. It's totally okay. I just want to make sure that I understand what your policy is.
It is because it's a holiday season and we are so busy, so
Right.
we don't sit nobody.
But no tables there set after I sat.
It's okay.
And I'm done. So I just want to make sure that like that's the policy. And if
Yes,
it
that's
is,
the policy.
okay. Great. What's your name?
My name is Nora.
Lauren. Okay. You're new here?
Me?
I'm asking. I don't know.
I never see you before here. I am
That's
6
so great.
years here and I work every single day. Lunch and dinner.
Okay.
So
Perfect. But thank you so much for your help. Awesome. Well, I heard what you said. I just heard everything.
I will never leave you in the pouring rain. And no matter what we go through, love will still remain. So do what you want, baby. You and me in the sun. Know that I still be here when the day is done. So come a little bit closer, and I'll tell you what I feel inside. You know I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. You know I'm gonna wait on you. Yes, I'm gonna wait on you. I'm finally at ease. So when times are rough and the promises we made just seem so hollow and weak, and we're about to break, we have to remind ourselves, 'cause we know how we feel inside. You know I'm gonna wait on you. Ain't over till it's over. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna love it till it's gone. You know I'm gonna wait on you. And the weight that's on your shoulder, I'm gonna carry that for you. So hear me when I say no one's gonna love you like I do. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. I'm gonna wait on you. You know I'm gonna wait on you. And the weight that's on your shoulder, yes, I'm gonna carry that for you. So hear me when I say no one's gonna love you like I do.
Hello, hello, hello. Brandy here if you're new. If you're not new, I love you. If you are new, I love you too. Welcome back to a weekly vlog. Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. Today is Sunday, December 21st, and I'm sure you guys have noticed that there is no vlog today. And you might be saying, Brandy, why? Lucy May, come on. Back up. Come on, back up. I have a shadow right now for some reason. You might be saying, Brandy, why is there no vlog today? Girl, I don't know. No, the thing is, the week itself has just been like chaotic. Not chaotic, but like really busy, a lot of movement. And yeah, I've thought about vlogging or recording throughout the week, but I was like, no, I want to take time to be present in my life sometimes. And it's not that I was doing anything crazy or exciting, so you didn't miss anything. But just like getting refamiliarizing myself with routine and like being present in those moments versus like having things to do. When I first started vlogging, it was so well, no. When I first started vlogging, it was worse. When I found my flow of vlogging, it was so easy to just turn the camera on and exist with it on, like not curating anything. You guys who've been here for a while know, and I'm sure those of you who are new also know, my vlogs are not curated. So we're just living our life. But somehow you are always wanting to do better and create better content, especially because so many of you guys are watching and loving the content, that I don't want to ever get lost in this curating this curating mindset. Yes, I want to think about the vlogs, be mindful about the vlogs, but I never want it to be like performative, because that's not why I started vlogging. It's definitely not why you're watching the vlogs. And so I just don't want to lose that. So I think this week, not vlogging, last week, not actually vlogging, has been purposeful. I did that a few weeks back. You guys remember that, and I said it, and it was really helpful for when we came back. We had 3 solid vlogs after that, and I was really happy with them. So yeah, we just did that again. My thing with curating is like curating the intro, and that's really it. The rest of it just needs to be. And yeah, and the thing about it is, I think as a content creator now, isn't it so funny that I'm saying that? As a content creator now, it's easy to get caught up in like what other people are doing. And I think someone asked me that doesn't actually make content but wants to so bad. And I think they're in the same place that I was once in, where it's like you just don't know what to do. And the best advice I told them was that even though you don't know what to do, just do something, because you're never going to know what to do, right? It just, your content just evolves with you. I think it's a growth thing that happens in you. And so that just happens while you're creating. And it's powerful. I tell you guys that all the time. Anyway, happy Sunday. No vlog today. Ranting as usual. We have nothing going on. We're just around the house, around the apartment, living our life Sunday. If I didn't have to leave this apartment to walk the dogs, trust me, I would not leave the apartment. But the dogs have been out twice. They'll probably go out 2 or 3 times more today. And yeah, that's really it. I'm doing laundry right now. I'm going to make some beans because, honey, it's a rice and beans type of day. I ain't going nowhere. I don't have food to cook, but I have some beans, I have some rice, I have some vegetables. So we're just going to stay in and really have a chill day, watch some vlogs, watch some Christmas movies, just like really enjoy what we've worked so hard for. We've worked so hard for what we have to just, we've worked so hard for what we have to just be on the go all the time, I think there's something about simplicity that I really appreciate when it comes to like your life. It's fun to do a lot of grand things. It's fun to like be in the mix. But for me,
simplicity has been like the theme of the year. Simplicity has been the theme of the year, and it's been quite nice. It started with me looking at people who had a lot of money. Very, very rich people who come from money and or they just have it all. And I see them and I noticed that they are not flashy. They're not like these proud, like in your face type of people. They have their own issues and they definitely do things that are loud and proud. But in the way that they show up, it's just very simple. It's almost like they got out of bed, took a shower, combed their hair, put on their favorite jeans and their favorite t shirt, the sneakers that they've been wearing for 2 years, and some sunglasses, and they just go. They smell good, they're clean, and it's simple, it's minimal, but they're loaded. And I was thinking about that, and I was like, somewhere around like this culture of this online culture has like become this super flashy, what do you have? Show me your money type of energy that I just don't think I love. I think it's too much. It's too much in terms of like you're showing up like that and it's such a letdown. I think it's such a letdown. Now, don't get me wrong. I love to look nice and I love to throw on something cute, but I just want to be simple, I think. And this year, for sure, I've done that. This year, also, I was thinking about how to elevate my style. I think, okay, so let me stop right there, y'all, because this is stuff we're going to talk about in our sit down video. So I'm just going to leave it alone and not like dig into it. It's just been on my mind so heavy that I want to just bust this down. But our sit down video will be soon. So yeah, we'll do that. But anyway, I'm just home. It's Sunday. I have nothing going on. I'm going to watch some vlogs and chill. How's everyone doing out there? How are you? I'm using this mic today because the sound quality has been a little echoey. And I was like, wait a minute. We got to do something about that. So let's see how this mic works. I don't know if I want to hold this mic all the time, but I definitely will when we're sitting down doing a face-to-face like this. But just like doing everything else, I probably won't be strapping this to me. But you guys leave me a comment and let me know, how do you feel about this sound versus just the normal sound that you'll probably hear throughout this vlog. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Happy Sunday. Welcome to the vlog. We're almost at 5K. We're not there yet. It is a slow climb. Y'all, I don't know if 5K is going to be my end goal because I don't know if I can be like trying to go to another milestone for a giveaway or for a celebration. It's just like I've been too heavily involved in that in my mind and it's not happening. It's kind of a letdown because I think I'm better than that. I think I'm better than like not being able to get to the finish line of 5K. I just don't know what to do differently than what I'm already doing. So we're almost there, y'all. Trust me, I've been saying that for 6 months. 6 whole months I've been saying that. But we're almost there, and I can't wait to get there and celebrate with you all and do a giveaway for one lucky person. That's going to be so, so good. So, yeah. Anyway, happy Sunday. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. It's Monday morning. Woo! And we're up. We are up. It is, I don't even know the day's date. I think it's like the 22nd. Yes, Monday, December 22nd. Headed out to go to work. It's a work day. Every day's a work day. It's kind of cold out, but you know what? I think I'm gonna embrace the weather and take you guys outside this morning. I need to get some water, so I'm gonna go to Whole Foods, but I want to show you this sweater I have on, this really cute, thick sweater. I realized like sweaters are, get down, Lucy, stop it. I realize like sweaters are kind of my thing right now. I'm obsessed with them. This one's really cute. I have it on with like black pants. I'm gonna put on my cowboy boot and like call it a day. This is the twist out from yesterday. You see, ever since I put that mask in, I've done 2 scents and it is starting, my hair is really starting to come back to life. So now it's performing. This is what you call performing hair. It moves, it has weight to it, it has a bounce, it has a luster. Performing hair. Anyway, this sweater that I have on is from a brand called Escape, which I really like, by the way. It's stretchy, it's comfortable, it's not itchy. That green sweater that I got from H&M, she's an itchy mess, honey. Lucy Mae's in the house because she's been a bad girl and she has to stay there until I leave. So I was sitting right in front of her, so she started crying. So let me change the location really quick. Yeah, but that green sweater that I got from H&M, when I tell you she itches some kind of terrible. Excited to have a sweater that doesn't itch on today. It feels cozy and comfy. Because it's the cozy season, honey. I've been watching a lot of stuff these last few days about investing, which is my goal for 2026. So I have a bunch of things that I need to narrow down because what I've learned from years in the past is I am not about to overwhelm myself with so many goals. Don't do that, sis. Do not overwhelm yourself with so many goals. You know, like the thing is, we're humans and you can only do what you can do. You know what I mean? Like we all pray and hope for a miracle. Every day of our life, we hope that the miracle comes and it makes everything easy and right. But unfortunately, that's not the way life actually works. And what I've learned over time is what you can bite off, what you can chew, bite that off. Don't take more, and really understand that like if you just are committed to doing something, you can actually do it. Sometimes people get discouraged. I definitely have been discouraged, and you know, you compare yourself to other things and other people. But anyway, next year, 2026, one of my biggest goals is going to be I have a couple. I have about 6 goals that I want to narrow down to 3, and I want to break them down. You know what I mean? Like I want to be working on 3 things consistently to achieve. What I think I put into perspective right now that I haven't in previous years is that it might take longer than a year to achieve some goals, you know? I think that's the thing. We all start the year off so focused and so dedicated to the things that we sort of gear up for at the end of the year, at the end of the previous year. And then we go straight into it like it's a new year, it's my chance, it's time to do it. 2 things that I'm going to say that I'm thinking is that the concept of a year and time and all of that, it's just no different than yesterday and today. You know what I mean? Like we have this time sort of guidance on days and dates and time of day and this, and it's just these timelines sometimes are burdens, they're barriers, but they can be invisible. I don't know if it's one it hasn't become invisible to me yet, but it's something I'm working on. But I do have the awareness to know, like, if you start a goal, like I started goals in 2025 that are not done, but a lot of progress has been made on those goals. So instead of going into 2026 or ending 2025 feeling like I didn't complete my goal, I failed my goal, it's like, no, I just needed more time. And that's okay. So some of the goals are going over to 2026 because I'm further along in those goals. I'm further along in those goals than I was when I first started it at the beginning of 2025. And I'm proud of that. That's what I'm working on too this year. That's one of the biggest things that I have been working on and that I'm definitely working on in 2026. Celebrating successes, small wins, celebrating moving forward, even if it's not complete, like celebrating myself for that, because a lot of the stuff that I'm doing in my life, no one taught me. No one taught me. I don't think you guys know. There's a lot of stuff there's a lot of like who I am and how my life has been shaped that I haven't shared on YouTube, on the vlogs. And it's just because, maybe that I wasn't there yet, and I'm still not there, to be honest with you. But I do know that, like, one day when I go on like a podcast or like a TV show, whatever, like, but I'm sure one day, you know what I mean? One day it'll come through. But no one taught me. No one taught me anything about financials, nothing about money. No one ever taught me anything about how to manage money, how to attain money, how to be smart with money. No one ever taught me any of that. You know what I mean? I think I grew up in a survival mode type of mindset. And I think, also like the world has changed so much and advanced so much now. These understandings that we know now, people who raised us didn't know. They didn't have those understandings. These are all new luxuries to our brains, I guess. And access to this information is now. It wasn't then. So I don't blame anyone who raised me or anyone who, had a hand in my development for not teaching me things that they didn't know. They were surviving. And a lot of the things that they say children learn are the unspoken things. It's the energy. And I agree with that 100%. So you can't teach someone something that you don't know, and they can't pick up energy from you from something that you have no idea about. So I don't blame anyone, but what I say that to say, it's harder to backtrack because times pass and you are where you are, and you always feel like you're on this like timeline of something. But is that really a real thing? Is the timeline really a real thing? I don't know. One thing that does give me a little bit of ease and rest in my mind is that I don't have children, and because of my transness, I won't have children. So I have no real human in this life that I have to prepare another life for, and listen, that's a blessing and it's also not, because I would love to have been a parent in life and, make a sickening, fierce little girl growing up or I feel like I would have I don't know, I feel like my child would have been like a star in this world. But we have our lives and we accept them and we move forward with those. But not to get off track, I won't have anyone to prepare a life and leave a life for behind me. So I really just do have my life that I have to prepare for. And what that means is I just have to, really set my life up for when I am older and I am in a position. I don't want to be working hard when I'm older. I don't want to be working hard in the next 10 years. I told this story before, I tell it again. I remember one day, this thought has been so loud in my brain. I remember getting on the train one day, coming home from work about 3 years ago, and it was one of those days. And if you're in New York and you're a part of the working class in New York, then you know exactly the day I'm talking about. It was a cold, rainy day. It was a long, stressful day at work. Money was low. I don't know what was happening financially, but I don't want to say money was low because I don't feel like I've ever been in a place where money has been. Well, yes, I have, actually. Yes, I have. But anyway, finances were doing their thing in a way that was stressing me out. And I had work. There was stuff going on at work. It was one of those days where you get on the train and you just want to cry because you feel like what the fuck what am I doing? Why is this my life? You know, because you got to go to work, deal with all of that. Then you got to walk from the work to the train in the cold weather. I don't know if it was raining, snowing, whatever. And then you ride the train. And then at that time, I was on the last stop of the train. So when you get to like 5 stops before the last stop, it stops in between every one. It's just the most annoying, agonizing thing you can ever think of. And by the time you get there, you're just so pissed off. And then this one was the worst because you're standing there and then it's another 2 minutes before they even open the door and you're in the station. It's just the most obnoxious thing. And I was just so angry I wanted to cry. I have cried before on the train in New York City when I first moved here. Another story for another day. But I saw this older lady. She was definitely an older woman, you know, and she was coming from work. She had her work bag, she had her lunch bag, she had her work loafers on, she had her coat on, and it just made me so sad to see that an older woman, you know, like 65, 70 years old, had just endured a work day like that. It was on the same train that I was on, and it was at night, going home from work. And I was just thinking to myself, wow, you know, we have such an age difference between us and we're doing the same. I don't want to be doing that when I'm there. I felt so sad for her. And I thought like, damn, you know, the thoughts that were going through my brain was like, where are her kids? You know, because you think that when you have children, you know, when you get to a certain point, they support you. If you're not where you need to, if you haven't set your life up, you know, you think your kids will give back to you because you've given them everything, you know? And I just started thinking about that. And then it turned to me thinking about, wow, I'm not even going to have kids when I'm 65, 70 years old. So that won't even be an option for me. And then that put everything into perspective for me. It's only like 3 years ago that this happened. And it just put everything into perspective for me where I was like, oh, I got to get my stuff together because when I'm that age, I do not want to be going into someone's job, dealing with this going on in these work environments and having to commute on the train to go back and forth to work. Now, those are a few really low lows, in my opinion. But I was like, at least if she was like driving a car, it might have been better. But like that whole train aspect to going to work just adds a whole other thing to it. So yeah, you know, and ever since then, like trying to figure out this is what triggered my initial thought around like, how do I get myself together financially into a place that when I'm like 65, 70 years old, if nothing works, if I don't have a miracle work and become wealthy, like I have to be able to survive my life, you know, because I don't want to be doing that. So I need to figure out my investing stuff. And it's such a language that I don't know. I'm sitting up here watching this show and it's I don't know. I'm just lost. I'm lost. So I have to continue to force myself to really understand what to do. And where to start, because I think that's the future of financial security. I don't think jobs are going to be the future of financial security. I think for so many decades, working a job has been the financial security for so many people. But I know that it's capped, you know, like it can't take you but so far. So, anywho, let me stop rambling and let me go to work. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. Let's get out of here. I forgot to tell y'all that I sewed this coat up on the pocket. Remember, I was telling you that I couldn't wear it because it was showing the white part like a duvet. I sewed it up. Look. Hold on. I don't know if you can see, but I sewed it. Because it got so cold, I was like, yeah. Don't have the money to spend on a coat right now. And it wasn't, you know what I mean? Although it was a priority, it's their bigger priorities right now. And I already have a perfectly warm, good coat. I just need to fix it. So I'm so glad I didn't throw it away. Like I remember I used to throw things away, and then once they're gone, I just, those women are buying their fake stuff right away. And then once it's gone, I'm like, I wish I hadn't thrown that away. I could have totally used that. So that's what happens. I'm telling you, having a down is, your winter experience is so different, you know, just because you're warm. And you know it's cold out, you know, it's definitely still winter, but you can stand it, you know, it makes a huge difference. The city's a little quiet, so it appears everyone has, well, not everyone, but people have started to leave, and maybe people are just off of work or working from home. Some companies have their holidays start early. I mean, I'm in Soho right now though, so it's really not open yet. But the trains were not crowded at all. Not crowded at all. Baby, it's cold. The hands are freezing. So, I'm walking past the Roxy right now, and I forgot that on Friday, Justin and I went to the Roxy for like a drink, and I don't know if they're using top shelf. I don't know. They were really nice though. The manager remembered me and greeted me and let me know that, like, you know, he had remembered me from the first time, and that, you know, when you get recognized, it's always a good thing in New York, especially like if you're going out somewhere, you always want them to know who you are. So that was really cool. It just goes to show you that I am memorable. So when I have those little, well, it just goes to show me that, not you. I hate to say that, it goes to show you, it goes to show me that I am memorable and people do remember me, which makes me really happy. I know it's a crazy thing to be happy about, but whatever. Honey, my hands are ice cold. And this is when I go back to the woman who I saw on the train that day. Like a day like this, she's commuting out here in the cold, walking to and from for work. No. I think a senior should be a senior. You know, you should have at least, you should have a little bit of like lounging and leisure. You should have a little bit of leisure as a senior. I'm sorry. In New York especially, it's too much of a hustle and bustle and grind. And you don't know what each day is going to hold. You should not just be out here in the mix like this. Well, let me not say should, because this is my thoughts for my life. But the sad thing is, like, what are you going to do if you need to work? You know, you got to do it. And it's so sad to think about that. So sad. I wonder if she was also a part of, like, well, I know she was. I don't know her, but just because of her age and the time and stuff, like, didn't have the understanding of financial responsibility and all of that. And that will for sure keep you working at the age of 65 to 70. But for sure, there will. Okay guys, I gotta put my hands in my pocket. I'll see you guys later. Good morning everyone. I got my sweater in the dryer because I washed it last night and it turned out to not be dry. I hung it because I was like, I don't want to. Why is there a glare? I washed it because I hung it dry because I was like, I didn't want it to shrink. Because you guys know how I'm oversized and everything. Like, as in the clothes that I like to wear. And it wasn't dry this morning. And I'm like, okay, well, I guess I gotta put it in the dryer. But at least it's not like going from wet to dry, because then for sure it will shrink. I am so sleepy this morning. I don't know what's going on. It's Tuesday, by the way. We're headed out to work. It's the 23rd, so it's the day before Christmas Eve, and it's snowing. It's like the rain snow, but it's still snowing. So we might have a white Christmas in New York City. I'm wearing this liner from Juvia's Place. I don't know if you can see it. From Juvia's Place. It's like it looks brown, but it shows up burgundy almost. I almost regret putting it on every time I do. But I'm gonna put it on today because it's the holiday. I'm putting it on very lightly so it doesn't like become a lipstick. I almost just want to define the lips. And what I do here at the top is I cross an X for the Cupid's bow. If you want to have a defined Cupid's bow with liner, typically I would wear my same complexion liner, like the darker brown for the lips, because I don't want it to look like lipstick or lip liner. This one comes out a little red. I typically wouldn't wear this, but because it's a holiday, so you just go this way and you cross it over, and then you do the same thing here and you cross it down onto the lip, and then that way you have a little bit on the lip and then you have a little bit at the top. And then I don't like to do the whole thing because, especially with this color, if it was the normal natural color, it will be fine, but because it's this color, I don't want to do the whole thing. So I'm just going to do a little bit in the middle here, like that. Then I'm going to come from the corners and I'm just going to come up, like kind of like coloring a little bit. The corners are super important for me. It looks odd right now, but I'll show you when I'm done. Just because that's where my makeup gathers, you know. So that's really it. And then this part right here, I'm just gonna color it up a little bit. You see? And then I'll just put some lip gloss on. Clear, of course. And then you can clean it up wherever you see fit. But honestly, it's not really necessary because with this, it comes out so pigmented. This Juvia's Place doesn't play, honey. She is pigmented. I have to be careful when drawing my lips on because they will look so huge and then it's not the goal. I already have big lips. Like, I don't need them to look bigger. Girl, I am so tired. I don't know how I'm gonna make it through this day. I'm glad it's the last day before a couple days off. I'm just tired, y'all. I am just tired, honey. God, give me the strength, like the old folks used to say. Give me the strength to pull through. And he always does. He always does. My makeups, I just let it sit so it looks a little oily. I'm gonna powder it now. Bring it on in together. Also, I have on a lot of product under my makeup today. So I think I'm gonna have an oily face day, if I'm honest with you. I'm so impressed. Like, I got to the place where I'm not wearing any concealer at all. None. No concealer. None! That's a big deal for me. Well, it's not a big deal for me, but I mean, like my makeup looks, I used to wear concealer. That look is outdated. That look is outdated. Like the drag queen concealer that the girls are wearing now, it's outdated. I get the allure of it all because it's like, you know, girls haven't necessarily experienced like that overly dramatic type of makeup thing before the last few years. And now everyone's like overly dramatic in their makeup. It's cute. It really is cute, but it's done now, honey. I hate it so much. I hate it with a passion. Like, it's almost like you see, and it's just cake. It's just so much lighter. I'm like, and so much powder. I'm like, girl. It's 10 o'clock in the morning. You are behind the register at the grocery store. Why? It doesn't make sense. You don't need to do that. You're beautiful, sis. And I think that's the world we're in. The girls have not been told they're beautiful enough. It's true. I'm not just saying that to be shady or anything. Black women have not been told that they're beautiful. They need to be told that as a child. And you really need to understand. Like, that's why I wish I was a parent, because I like to understand. The kid needs to understand. Little girl needs to understand the level of what her beauty is, the impact of it, like how significant it is, and the more unique it is, the better it is. But it's hard to teach someone that as an adult because you're already developed, right? You developed with all of these experiences and things, and yeah, it's hard. We mask it. A lot of women mask it, and they've built confidence around like how to be strong, how to look over it, or how to like, you know, not like internalize that stuff, which is impressive because some of the things that women have been through in this life, I just wish people weren't so mean. Like people were just so mean and cruel, but I just wish that wasn't the case. But the things that women have survived, like they have the confidence to get through it. But I still stand on my comment, honey. You don't need to have concealer like a drag queen on at 10 o'clock in the morning at the subway station. It's not necessary. Because it's raining out and I don't have an umbrella, I'm not going to take the front twist out. Just gonna put my hood on. Let the back fluff out a little bit, and then when I get to work, I can work on the front. In case you're wondering. And another update, I stopped drinking, well, as of today, I'm drinking whole milk in my coffee, like the regular milk creamer. I've been researching so much stuff about almond milk and oat milk and all of this nut stuff, and the process of making it is so over-processed. It's so bad for your gut. How do we not know that? How did we not know that this was like the most brutal thing to put your gut through? Like, I just kept thinking, why every time I have my coffee in the morning I get bloated? I thought it was the coffee, right? It was like the coffee's bloating me. But I love my coffee. I like coffee. I'm not one of those people who's like, oh, I want to stop drinking coffee. No, I like drinking coffee and I want to continue drinking it. And I just was like wondering, but then I came across something, and then you know how the internet is. Once you come across one thing, you go through a tunnel, and all the information was like, it's the oat milk, it's the almond milk. So I'm going to try it and see. But already today, I do not feel bloated, and I've had 2 cups. So we'll see. Anfisa on the lips, always. This stuff is just so good. Crazy. It's the best. And there's like skincare in it. It's perfect. Okay, guys, I am headed out for work today. And I guess I'll see you guys later today. Not on the walk because it's messy outside. And if I don't see you later today, please don't hold it against me. Some of you reached out to me. I'm so sorry about the vlog on Sunday, but here we are. So forgive me, sis. And I'll see you guys
later today.
Yeah, rich one. Gift sets are like $50.
We have this gift set. It's gonna be our drink. It's like green fresh set with our citrus handle. This is similar. And then
Hi, how are you? Yes, of course. So good.
Closing doors, please.
Oh. Y'all, it's so hot in here, and I don't know how because I have no heat on. The heat's not on. But I think they have the heat so hot in the building that it just like makes my apartment so hot. I don't know when I got like this, but all right, I went shopping. I just got home and I'm having a good hair day. Honey, that twist out the other day did not play. There's something about the twist out the second time with it. It is just phenomenal. But anyway, I went shopping to pick up my Christmas gifts. I don't think I told you guys, but I'm having dinner on Christmas Day at Chinese Tuxedo, which if y'all remember, we love that place down. That was one of our first vlogs, I think, at Chinese Tuxedo. We did a birthday there after it. We went out to dinner a few times after it. We just love that place. It's really high-end bougie Chinese in the city. And the living room is just so gorgeous. My only thing is that they don't always give me the seats that I want. So, but I've already told myself, you're not gonna act a fool tomorrow. I mean, on Christmas Day, you're gonna just go sit your butt down and eat your dinner and have a good time. So I got a few things in this whole preparation for 2026, getting my life in order, taking care of me, giving myself the best things of the life. I decided that like I only want the best stuff for me. I don't want a cheap body wash. I don't want a cheap lotion just because if it's not good, I don't want it. If it's less expensive and it's good, I definitely want it. But if it's not, stop it, Lucy. I don't. And I remember loving Aesop. This geranium leaf is my favorite fragrance from Aesop. Now, funny story, I didn't just wander in Aesop one day and buy a $50. How much was this? Where's my phone? Let's speak to the facts if we're going to talk about it. Let's talk about it. I didn't just stumble into Aesop one day and decide to buy a $60 body wash. Never did that. But my friend Tony used to work for them, and he gave me like a gift one day, and it happened to be this body wash in it. And it was just so good. I fell in love with it. I bought it 3 times after that, but then I couldn't rationalize it. I was just like, why am I spending $50, $60 on a body wash? Like, it's kind of crazy. But it just smells so good. It makes your body feel so good. It's great ingredients. And yeah, I just love it. So I ended up buying that for my shower. Since I live alone, I'm the only person using the shower. It's like, there's no issue with that. Then I stopped over at Ludlow and got some coffee because I was running out. So I got some new coffee beans. I was on the phone with Justin while I was over there, and I was like, I gotta go get some coffee. And he's like, yeah, you need to get that coffee. I was like, I have none. He's like, yeah, you need to get that coffee because yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. Everyone knows I love coffee. And then I stopped over at Voicemails to get some Christmas gifts for Justin and Bella for Christmas dinner. I wanted to have something for them. And you guys know I love fragrance. I love candles. I love a good smelling home. And I really enjoy Voicemails, so I wanted to gift them some. products. They're already wrapped, which I'm gonna unwrap because this isn't Christmas wrapping. I have wrapping paper. I got this wrapping paper from Marshall's, so we'll wrap that together tomorrow. But let me show you the fragrances I got. So this one I got for Justin, which is the fragrance. I don't know the name of it, but what is this fragrance called? Vanilla Era, I think, and the top notes are bergamot, cassis. Girl, I don't know. That's what it says. Those are the notes. And this is the candle. These candles were $58, so I hope they like it. And then for Bella, I got a Honky Photon. Where? Oh, sorry guys. This one's called LES. I got this one for Justin because we go to the Lower East Side all the time. The Lower East Side means so much to me. And I wanted Justin to have this. I was going to get him Vanilla Era because he is such a vanilla fragrance type of person. But I was like, you know what? This means more. So I'm just going to give it to him just so he knows, like, the Lower East Side. Like, that's where we'll be having a time at. So sending that to him. And then this one I got for Bella is called Honky Fantôme. And this one is very, like, masculine, but also, like, super homey. And I know that it's a woody, earthy scent with a top note of cardamom and pear. Mid note, cedarwood and hinoki. And then the base note is oak moss and smoked amber. This is so Bella. And then for myself, because girl, I need something for myself too. I got myself the Cowboy Kush. And we're gonna open this one. It smelled so good. I was just like, yeah, this is my fragrance. Oh, it's just, it's what I want. It's what I want to smell like. It's what I want my apartment to smell like. The top notes of this one is hazelnut and white leather. The mid note is cannabis and suede. Ooh. And then the base note is tonka bean and patchouli. So yeah, this one's going straight on the candle burner. I forgot to tell you guys, I got a new candle burner. And it's so cute. I got it from a place called Lucy Lamps, and I'll show it to you when we put this on it in the morning. Just so the house can smell like it all day and just not right now. And yeah, it's so cute. I can't wait to show you. Lastly, I ordered a candle warmer for Justin that I'm going to gift him for Christmas. And we were talking one day about candles and candle warmers and stuff. I don't know if we were in a candle store. Oh no, we were in a store that we go to called Moe's, and they had a candle warmer with a candle on it. This is how this whole thing came about. And I was like, I was like, this is so cute. And he was not paying me any attention. He was like, yeah, whatever. But I know that people don't really get candle warmers until they have one. Like, they don't understand how great of a thing to have. And they're so cute too. So I was like, okay. And then I was like, damn, I know exactly what I'm gonna get him for Christmas. I didn't realize the box came broken, apparently. So I'm so sorry, Justin, and smashed all up. These people are nuts. So I am so sorry about that, Justin. But we got him a candle warmer. Wow, they just didn't care about this box at all. I'm almost tempted to take it out and see if it's accurate. Yes, so we got him this really cute, like, wooden candle warmer that's gonna be so cute. And I can't wait to give that to him tomorrow. I mean, at Christmas dinner. And hopefully he'll send us a picture and we'll put it in one of the vlogs in the future. But more to come on that. More to come on me and Justin partnering up and doing, like, collabs on things. I think we're gonna be strategic about that.
in the new year, just because it's a missing opportunity, I think, for me. I was about to say for both of us, and I was like, no, for me. But anyway, Justin told me before, if you ever need me to do anything for you, let me know. And I always say to him, like, I'm not in this friendship because of that. Like, I'm in this friendship because we have a good fucking time, you know. And you're the type of person I want to be friends with, not just like because of who you are or anything like that. But now that we're here, we can do a collab or two, my friend. So I'm gonna get this all wrapped up for him and his LES candle, and then I'm gonna give this one to Bella, and Bella probably is like, what's that big one? But whatever, Bella is gonna watch this and you're gonna understand the story behind it. And I don't know if you have a candle warmer. I almost called you to ask you, but I was like, that's gonna give it away. So anyway, that's what I got. And then this is the wrapping paper I got. It's so cute with teddy bears on it. So cute. Tomorrow I'll go out and get some ribbons and some bows and stuff, because you know that I want, stop that. Because you know that I definitely don't want my gifts to come across as just like some half-done gifts. So that's that, guys. Thank you guys so much. I'm about to eat some food, cook for the girls, take a shower in my new body wash, Geranium Leaf from Aesop. Feels so gorgeous, and go to bed tomorrow, run some errands. Maybe wash my hair. I don't know if I want to blow dry my hair to wear it slick for Christmas. I think I do, because I want to take photos and stuff. So yeah, that's it.